We're necromancers. What's the name of your necromancer?
The name of my necromancer is My Dying Bride.
Okay.
It's a good gothic doom metal band.
Okay.
I figured that would work real well. Good
Okay.
gothic doom metal band. What is yours, Jason? I already know.
Actually killed me.
Davy
Of course,
Bones.
this was not my first time stepping through that door.
Davy
I imagined it
Bones.
would
Davy
be
Bones.
last.
Does he have a locker?
I
Actually,
am
the
well
locker's over here.
prepared. Some
He
would
does
say
have a
his
locker,
energy
yeah.
I guess you do have a locker.
Yeah. Get in there. Get in my locker.
is not truly
So do you want to?
life.
Do you want to? Well, it's a season, so I guess we should start by doing.
The usual seasonal stuff. Where are we going?
Sultan Cool.
Going to kill enemies in the realm of shadow.
Should I go help you? I should probably help you.
No.
I should probably be kind and rewind. Da, 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 da. Let's go kill some stuff in the realm of shadows. I like the necromancer.
Do you?
Yeah. He was my favorite Diablo 2 class.
Wasn't he
And
everyone's favorite Diablo 2 class?
there was some folks who dug. Well, I mean, he was. Yeah, no, that was Diablo 3. Sure. Yeah, I guess he was. I don't know, maybe some folks liked. It was the Amazon, right? Diablo 2.
I was a sorceress player. In Diablo
Yeah, there were some folks who like sorceresses.
2. Sorceries.
I dug the ninja.
Oh, the assassin?
Yeah, the assassin in the
I
expansion.
liked the idea of the assassin, but the way the keybinds in that game worked, I just could not stand using her combos.
Sure. And I thought it was a really neat, different thing for, you know, the action RPG at the time. It's been interesting, like, seeing, shoot. I forgot what it was. It was some RPG. One of these I was playing. I guess it's, nah, well, in a way, Marvel Heroes Omega, right? And it's not too surprising given its lineage and who the developers and stuff like that behind it. But that combo system, seeing that come up again in that, with some of the different characters like Daredevil and they changed it also. I can't remember who all used it. It was like Daredevil and
Let's do this one.
Electra. What was Electra? It was, I don't know. Some person. But that was
Yeah,
kind
I
of neat.
I would love to go back to Diablo 2 and play it. I hope the remaster, you know, they are probably going to remaster it, right?
That's are they? I mean, let's just say it right. Like you kind of feel like, yeah, okay, sure they are, but then it's well, I guess they don't care at this point, right? As long as somebody's playing Diablo, it doesn't matter which version of Diablo they play.
Well, they're remastering StarCraft 1, right? So
Yeah, which I have a lot of fond memories of, right? Like that was us in the '90s, was setting up
yeah,
StarCraft matches with over 56K modems and.
direct dialing each other across the country, right?
Don't pick up the phone, Mom! Yeah, that whole business. But then, like, thinking about it, right? Like, I think there's, again, it's, I don't know. I think I've fallen down to that trap or fallen into that realization of, like, you know, that was cool. I enjoyed that. That was some good times. But nothing I really feel like a desire to go back to. I don't know. I did a thing, and then the thing popped open, and so I went in.
No, we're supposed to find the devices.
That's what I did. I activated a device.
4 of them.
Yeah, and then I went inside because it said treasure. See, and you started this.
Yeah, but it's a big treasure chest.
The Veiled Treasure, like the whole place was called the Veiled Treasure. It means that there's gonna be treasure.
Blow up these corpses.
And blow up corpses all over.
Skeletal mage.
It's a skeletal mage right there. So I had a friend of ours was playing with him some. He has a little 70 Necromancer that is all kitted out and stuff like that. And man, that thing's kind of he gets kind of broken here at some point.
I told you about how one of the popular builds for it is literally called the Spacebar Necromancer.
The Spacebar Necromancer?
Yeah, well,
I don't think I heard this.
What you do is, I don't know the build because I haven't played too much of the necro yet. But what you do is you go bind a key to walk forward. Usually people use spacebar. I actually
we have to go in here. It's the foul layer. We have to.
Yeah, we do. But you bind force move to a key.
You just...
okay, there's a bunch of chickens in here.
And there's a greasy pig!
With a lot of loot, dang.
Yeah. Take that, greasy pig. Oh, I can't kill the chickens. It would have been great if there was Pollo Diablo.
That would be great.
Like, right? Of all the things that they could have tossed in here as a nice little joke would have been, you come in here and you fight Pollo Diablo. Just
El Pollo Diablo.
It would have been perfect. It would have been perfect. Anyways. So you bind something to spacebar and you just walk forward and stuff dies.
All of, you know, the necro has a lot of passive skills.
Yeah.
This world can abide you
There's a bunch of
longer.
skeletal things.
Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty great just, like, running around with him, and he took me through some rifts, like Torment 5, and I was just, like, walking behind him as stuff was dying, and I was like, alright, yep.
Well, that's how Diablo is played unless you, I don't know where you went. That's how Diablo is played unless you start a character at the same time. Someone's going to be so far ahead that you can't really work together until you're at the...
Torment.
Enter the ruins.
I'm still jealous of your floating skull pet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good pet.
It is.
I enjoy my succubus.
I named him Morty.
He's gonna destroy it through the gates of hell.
That's Murray. Morty is Planescape Torment. You're talking Skull
That's
Pal.
right. That's right. Hey, he's no pal of mine. Not like Jeremiah.
Alright. Level 2. So what do you think about the Necromancer so far?
I haven't got any of the set. Well, I've started getting some of the set pieces, like the blood set. My other character.
Uh-huh.
An interesting opponent.
Which is interesting because it has a lot to do with like using the blood side of his spells and lowering your health and for extra damage and then gain it back and things like that, like a kind of a push-pull sort of balance.
Yeah, like low HP builds and stuff.
Yeah. And then there's the leveling build I've done a little bit some with, which is what I'm currently using actually, where you focus on trying to get a bunch of, well, it's called Focus, his mana pool. And then you have your little Skeletal Mage, and there's eventually a rune for the Skeletal Mage that it consumes all your focus. and it gets bonus damage based off of how much it consumes. So, you know, like in non-season version, that was pretty awesome because I had all those Paragon points, so I just like dumped a ton into Essence, and it just like the thing pop. Like I was running through on Master difficulty for leveling because it was just like I'd summon my guy and he would just destroy everything because he was doing so much bonus damage.
Nice.
So, I mean, it seems like the Necromancer class kind of more or less as I remember him, with a couple of, you know, new things.
Couple new tricks.
Couple new tricks. Some bones. You got command golems if you want them. You got your skeletal guys. You can explode corpses for free, which is, I think that's the ridiculous thing, right? Like, that's the thing that they've got to change at some point is the free
corpse explosion has to have a casting cost
or a cooldown or something, right? Just because it's like it's ridiculous, especially since there's enough things like that you can do to sort of with his own abilities to create corpses for yourselves, and then like what I was doing prior to finding the leveling build is I was running around. There's a rune that whenever an enemy dies, it explodes for amount of damage, and there's in the same rune actually also if an enemy is at less than or equal to 15% health or something like that, they die instantly. Okay, so you know, take them down however you want to and get them low, and then you pop them with that. So you at least kill one enemy, right? And then all the other enemies are cursed with the same thing. So you have now one corpse that you then explode, which causes somebody else to probably die and explode and lower someone else's health. And then now you have like a pile of corpses, so anyone new who walks in, you just blow them up. I mean, it's fun and it's awesome, but it's also like, okay,
my power
calm down.
It is, you know, it's a single player, you know, it's a co-op game, right? It's not,
sure,
you don't have to worry too much about oh, this is a new area.
Oh, is this the new one? I knew there was a new place that they were going. I didn't know where it was.
The Shrouded Moors.
Vicious hounds roam the northern moors in Kyrgyzstan, feeding on carrion and unwary travelers.
Tyrio.
They roam in packs and will take on anything that crosses their path. Mysterious beasts have been sighted in the lands bordering Skarsgård.
Tell me more, Tyrio. Tell me about the crow hounds.
But I have not been able to confirm it with my own eyes. Whatever their origin, the destruction they leave in their wake suggests that we are right to fear the worst.
Those are not pleasant-looking things.
They're friendly.
They
are my friend.
I am happy to blow those things up with corpse explosion.
Please do not kill my friends.
I know. They are abominations, Mike. I'm sorry, your friend is an abomination and must die.
I am not very happy with you right now.
Don't know how to tell you this. Your friend really freaks me out. Oh, what's this?
It's a new event. It's corpses for...
Oh. It's corpses for days, son. That's what it is.
Blood for the blood god.
Skull for the skull throne.
My power has grown.
I think we did it.
Can I have some more corpses, please?
Command skeletons.
Oh, that's kind of good. I want a commanding golem.
The skeletons just stick around?
Yep.
Sweet.
If they die, they'll just come back after a couple seconds.
I remember, I forget what it was, but during the beta they didn't work like that. I don't think it was, if I remember right, it wasn't like passive.
I mean, they're constantly passive and raise
Well,
skeletons from the
if I
ground every
remember,
2 seconds. And then,
well, if I remember, you actually had to keep summoning them, and you could have 7 that would be permanent, but you had to like mash the ability a bit. I don't I might be misremembering it.
maybe you're right. They just decided that seems like busy work.
These hunters are curious creatures, bloodthirsty and violent to others.
Corvian Hunter,
They
huh?
employ a surprising degree of care.
The real Dark Souls starts here.
Every egg
Pretty much.
Oh, sorry. No.
The hunters will
No.
frequently
I'm
circle
sorry.
overhead to keep
The real
watch on their
Bloodborne
nests.
starts here.
Those who intrude upon them are
No, it
most
was Dark
unwise.
Souls. Man, those things run together so much now. I still gotta check out the Surge at some point.
Yeah.
Although I'm really bummed that it's no co-op. Because what would be better than tearing apart people for bits and bobs and doing so with a buddy. Yep, let's see if we can get 100 kills by just all these corpses that are sitting around. Just
How
mash it.
fast can you mash the corpse explosion?
Yep, that's it right now. It's like 4th of July, but with blood explosions.
No, we're not gonna make it.
I know, because the enemies aren't.
did it!
The enemies aren't spawning quick enough.
My power has grown.
Uh,
I don't know how we did it, but we did it. Hold on, I got a bunch of gear.
yeah. The enemies were taking too long to spawn in, and we were blowing up stuff.
What jerks. Oh, I probably have a passive to choose.
The night
Your level?
embraces you.
Yep, you do. Ugh. You should have never interfered.
My bag is full. The worst things over.
There you go. You're welcome, Gravedigger.
Alright, I need to dump off some stuff in town.
Yeah, we should explore more of this area too, just to see what else there is. Since it's all new and stuff.
New goods today. Please look.
Poor Epic. I was checking out some Fortnite earlier today.
Yeah.
We're going to be checking it out next week. Once Nick and Locke are back. We've got a full co-op crew. A lot of fun, but they had a lot of, from what I've read of their forum posts and Twitter account, they had a lot of people join today, and their servers were not prepared. So
I mean, that game's been 2 years in the making.
yeah, and last week? Yeah, I think it was last week that it went into early access last Friday? Thursday. I think it
Like
was,
last Thursday, I think.
yeah. But yeah, apparently then they've had, you know, because you can buy a pack or whatever and get into it, so they apparently were not expecting to have a bunch of people suddenly drop in, and their servers died.
No bueno.
It's been down since about 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Yikes.
Yeah. It's just on fire over there. And it's a shame too, because like that. I'm eager to check it out with a group and play through some of that. There's a lot of interesting things that it does, and a lot of very tedious single player stuff that, you know, like having to gather up stuff. Oh hey. Wow, you guys are these guys your friends too?
I don't know, I'm not with you.
Do we need to talk about do we need to have a talk about your friends?
Pretty much.
But yeah, I'm interested in checking out with Folker just because there's some stuff that's just very tedious with single player, and it's obvious that they, you know, have it built so that you play it with multiple people, and it's pretty seamless, kind of like drop in, drop out kind of stuff. And you start missions.
Wow.
Nice. Oh, hey, that's a pretty awesome raid.
Yeah. Fodder for my Kanai's cube, right?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty seamless drop in, drop out kind of thing, and it's, you know, nice matchmaking and everything else. But boy, going around and trying to gather up stuff and build defenses all by yourself can be.
Oh yeah, resource building games solo are never fun. At least for me.
Yeah, but man, yeah, we'll talk about that more.
Here.
What was
It's
that?
another cave. We still have a boss to kill.
But I want to go inside the sacred path.
Well, I want to go in the Temple of the Firstborn, which is also a new area. So get your butt over here.
What?
I have heard troubling news. Another cult has emerged from the shadows, and its members gather to the north.
This is pretty cool over here, though. There's a big blood dude.
Moors, where few will think to look for them.
Well,
And only guess what dark rituals they will pursue in the forgotten
this place has like Iron Maidens and stuff all over the walls.
Oh, so it's like the Butcher.
Except it's...
Oh, well, I killed the priest. Never mind. I killed Theodosius Jones. No, Theodosius Jordan.
That's great. Come here.
Cousin to Hal Jordan. What is this place? Oh, this is just me walking into where you... Hi! That's, yeah. I took the long way around.
Oh, did the cave lead here or
The
something?
cave, yeah. Like, you kill the priest and then you walk through this really awesome little place and then you're inside here.
That's pretty good. I guess I'll use a scythe.
Let's go kill... Not Diablo. Vivian. Let's go kill Vivian.
My power has grown.
Because she keeps people in Iron Maidens.
This world can abide you no longer.
That was a pretty cool looking.
93 kills.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh.
look, it's Bane.
Oh. Perhaps a man wonders why you would blow up a corpse before throwing him out of a plane. He says, screw you, I leave no corpse behind.
Your death nears.
Whee! Da 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 da.
Can't even see what's in there. Sounds great though.
No end to the number of rituals these cultists will use to twist.
It doesn't help that they just send these little roaches at us to
Some
blow
call
up.
the process ascension, a lie that no doubt buys them obedience. But mark my words, these abominations have not ascended. They live only to suffer.
Your death nears. All must serve the cycle.
Are we just gonna quote Bane the rest of the night?
Why not? He's such a delightful fellow.
There's gotta be more interesting things to say than quote movies.
Have you watched Twitch stream? No.
Something Kappa.
Splatoon 2.
Embrace
That's the other.
Splatoon 2 would be 100 times better if Salmon Run was available all day.
And if, well, I got so many thoughts on that. We're gonna work on an FAQ and a co-op review of that.
I eagerly await your incorrect opinions about Splatoon.
Okay, I see how it is. Yeah, Splatoon 2 as a game, like the game itself, fine. You know, like it's good. I get the appeal of it.
decay and rot.
And I won't go into much else other than that. But the Salmon Run, the co-op, is just... It makes me mad that it's such a well-designed horde mode. It has so many problems that are not, like... The problems with it aren't like, oh, bad network connections or drop matches, although that has happened to me a little bit. And that in itself is kind of bad because for other things, but like I told you, like I was telling you, like my biggest gripe with it is that it's only there in service of the multiplayer, which
That's
sure.
everything in Splatoon, though.
Yeah, I mean, which sure I can kind of understand and get, but it's like,
I mean, the original game, the reward for beating the campaign was like cool-looking gear to wear in the multiplayer.
yeah, and it's the same gear, like single player gear. Apparently, it's the same deal. Or you get stuff.
Well, and the single-player gear is really different in what it does.
Which is fine. Like, you know, like they're going for a thing with this, right? Like, and that's what they want to do with it, and I totally get that. It's just, it stinks to see something that's as well designed, like I said, as well designed as it is, be kind of, hey, just do this so you can, you know, really do more stuff over here. As
Yeah,
opposed
I
to tying
think it
it all
suffers a
together.
bit from being a very quick sequel.
Well, yeah, because 2000.
And the original game is like
15?
18 months old.
Was it 2016 that it came out?
All right, maybe it's just within 2 years, but the thing is,
It's still quick, yeah.
Nintendo isn't quick to like the thing with the Switch is they're basically like giving you all the cool shit that nobody bought the Wii U to play.
Sure.
So Splatoon 2 is actually a pretty decent improvement over Splatoon, but
Sanctum of Blood.
it's
Oh wow, it's a proper boss.
Splatoon 2 is largely the same as the first game because they figure it's going to be most people's first Splatoon.
You never suspect
Sure.
that I was more than what I seemed.
But
It was the only way that I could get close.
things like queuing for a match and not being able to muck with your gear is crazy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy that they don't let you do it. But
yeah. I got dropped into a match the other day where all people on my team had ink rollers, and there was just nothing to be done. It was just like, yep, all right, everybody's doing this.
But the matches are 3 minutes, so who cares?
Right. Explosion of blood. Oh, the Lord of Envy.
Weakness consumes you.
It'd be awesome if this like explosion of blood gave him life back and it was like, hey, you're making this bad on yourself. You really should be using that skill because he just draws blood. Yeah,
We did it.
we did it. There's a Nephilim corpse here.
Gideon was always an unusual demon. I only beheld him once, as he would seldom obey the will of his master, Asmodan. But on that occasion, he was only too ready to bring disorder to the angelic host. When he first appeared, we did not know of his insidious threat and focused our attacks on his mightier brethren. It did not take long before the angels themselves were beginning to turn on each other and question their
Oh
leaders.
boy, gloves.
By the time
Let's see
we
what I got.
realized what had happened, the battle was lost, and it was too late.
I'm gonna send you to my bone prison.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nope, that's not what to do.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Oh, I should probably show off some of these skills and such. Alright, let me back this up. Hey, you got bone spikes, which you've been seeing me use for a while. A large part of the stream. Boom. Boom. Spikes. If you want to go melee, you got some sides.
I'm afraid not.
You can do eventually dual size. You can be all cool guy necromancer. You can be a blood sucker and suck blood from people and get your health back. You got a skeletal mage. Says hello. I'm a skeletal mage. Bone spear. Yeah, it's the bone spear. Death Nova and Poison Nova. Corpse Explosion, of course. Corpse Lance, which I need corpses for, but like sends out projectiles and sends them to a single target to do a bunch of damage. Devour consumes corpses. to restore your essence. You got your skeletons, you got your command golem, you got your curses, decrepify to slow things down, leech to heal you for their health, frailty, that's the one I was talking about earlier, that kills them with less than a certain amount of health and does some other stuff later on. You got a bone spirit, goes after stuff, attaches to it. Your bone armor, of course, too, which looks really cool. I'll have to get that on in a second. Blood Rush, which is your dash away ability. Simulacrum, there we go. I always have problems with that. Simulacrum, like a copy of yourself that duplicates your secondary skill. You know, these guys. 15 seconds. And that's the Boneymancer. Oh, Army of the Dead, Lamb of the Dead. Just other big summoning
Did
things.
you just call him the Boneymancer?
The Boneymancer. What's the Boneymancer?
Does he come from the Bone Zone?
Maybe.
Maybe. Should we do a rift?
Let's do a rift. Channels. Okay. I want you to leave behind a corpse. Leave me a beautiful corpse.
I need to go
Wait, let me go back to town. I'm talking and showing stuff off. Flapping my gums. Go see what I got here.
I got the Gloves of Worship, so our shrine effects will last for 10 minutes.
Nice. Let's see what I got.
I just went all in on summoning.
I mean, it's a good way to go. Alright,
Does Vihander.
yeah, okay. Up my damage. Learn those things. Yeah, you're better than what I've got. You make my numbers go up. You make my numbers go up. You kind of make my numbers go up. Give me some experience. And nothing else. Train some more.
New goods, I can't believe what people throw away. I want to buy
All right.
some of it.
Laura,
Yes?
why do
Let's
you...
go rifting.
Ah, an interesting opponent.
An interesting
Bestial
opportunity.
hellions are demons that can be summoned from the burning hells with the aid of foul sorcery. They are given to chasing
Ready?
down their foes.
Bone
and
armor.
attacking them with
Look at me.
savage fangs. This
Look at all that
frequently
bone armor I
allows
got
them
on.
spare time for their masters to craft
Bony
their
armor.
spell work and finish off the victim.
Got him.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing back there? Oh, right, you're fighting a big guy. Oh, man, the sounds of the flesh golem are just... I could do without. Where's Splatoon? What are the co-op stuff that's coming out?
Well, we talked about Fortnite.
Yeah, we're gonna check that out.
Splatoon.
We're gonna check out. Well, we took a look at the Destiny 2 beta, as most of the internet did, and I had some very different opinions than the rest of the internet. But hey, no shocker there. We had a stream of that. And did we have a stream of that? I thought we had a
We
stream.
didn't stream it
We didn't.
last Tuesday.
I thought Nick streamed it out. Yeah, he did. But yeah, I mean, I thought the strike was really good. I thought, like, if they'd have more of that stuff, then I'm all on board.
This world can abide you no
And I
longer.
know there's lots of things about, hey, the hunter and this, that, and the other, but it's also apparently a beta from like 6 months or more. So probably not what the game is like now.
Maybe.
Yeah, there's gonna be enough wait and see on that as it is. I don't know. Shooty space guns are still shooting really good, and that makes me happy.
Pretty much. Like, it's more Destiny.
That is not
Whether you want that or not is entirely up to you.
It's kind of life, you know. Here's the thing: do you want more of this thing or not? That's up to you.
Yeah.
No, it's. I mean, it's. We've talked about this, or I've talked about this at least in a couple of news posts. But yeah, I mean, summer. It's sort of the slower part of summer up until next month, and then middle of the month, things start kicking off again. Like, there's a bunch of stuff now coming out on August 29th.
Right.
Including Absolver, which I had completely forgotten about until I saw it again in my email, and I was like, oh yeah, Absolver. That game, that looks kind of interesting. That's the combat RPG, where you, like, make your own wushu style. It looks really interesting. I'm at that point though where I'm like, this looks really, you know, intriguing. How does it actually play? Can you pull this off? Another one of those things though too, where I'm a little bit, you know, hey, they're going for their thing and can't fall for it. It's cool, but like, there's a co-op part to it, so you can go and explore with friends and level up and get gear. But largely in service to, you should be going into the arena and fighting other players. Which,
Step away for a second.
sure. Hey people. Let me tell you something while he's gone. That guy, he's a big, nice man. Is really what he is. I was gonna say something, but it's not true. I've known him for a long time. He comes off like a big jerk sometimes, but he's alright. He's good people. Just don't tell him that I told you that. Don't let him watch the recap of this. Or anything else.
Do not fear.
Whatever, he knows. Any questions at all for me while we're doing this? I do have a thing up so I can ask stuff, answer stuff. Any questions at all for me? I'd be happy to do so. It doesn't have to be about Diablo 3. It could be about some other co-op thing. Splatoon 2, for instance, which we were talking about, or whatever else.
Hello.
Hi.
There was a religious person at my door who wanted to speak to me.
Okay. I find that very ironic.
You know, I think they understood. I think they figured out what I was playing and decided to come save me.
Sir, I was tuning into your stream and I saw the number of corpses you were exploding, and
I feel like you've exploded just one too many corpses.
I think you might need Jesus in your life.
Just one.
just a little bit.
It's always one more than I needed to. I'm sorry.
Not too much happened while you were gone.
Did you explode some corpses?
I might have exploded a corpse or two. Or
Maybe
half a dozen.
Maybe it's your fault.
Maybe it is. I currently have my location set to Oregon. And they got really confused. Just
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so next month we've got, at the end of the month, Absolver, Mario and Rabbids, which I'm looking forward to a lot. I wish it had online co-op.
This world can abide you no longer.
It wasn't local only, but I will gladly take a Mario XCOM day for the sheer kind of absurdity of it. Oh, Overcooked comes out this week on the Switch.
That's right.
July 27th, I just saw that. It is definitely worth playing, and I think the Switch is a good platform too for it because the controls aren't anything like you really need a full gamepad or anything like that. The little Joy-Cons are perfectly fine for something like that, where you have just move around, pick stuff up, put it down, kind of a thing. And being able to play that anywhere is even more awesome because it is the perfect game to take. Like, it's the thing that got me most excited about the Switch, and I've said this in my review for Death Square, or my impressions piece for Death Square, which locked at the original co-op review for, and I completely agreed with him with what he had to say. Kind of as far as the co-op of that game, like it's a lot of fun in co-op, but it was a game that like. There's so many of these co-op games that we play that I see, and I'm just like, man, this would be awesome if I could just share this with someone. Like, go over to a person's house who doesn't have any consoles, or doesn't really seem to have much interest in games. But like, take this with me to their place and be like, here, all I have to do is just sit down and play for a little bit.
No, seriously, look at this game.
Yeah, no, it's like, no, really, come on, let's play.
Well, that's the.
And then I pull out my Glock, and I'm like, no, really, you're gonna play this game now? No.
That's the kind of the beauty of the Switch. It's taking it places and being able to have a multiplayer session of any kind. Really.
Yeah.
It's like just being able to bust that thing out and play multiplayer Mario Kart pretty much wherever you want to is really cool.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's a lot of really cool ideas wrapped up in that thing, right? Like, there's a lot of things that I'm eager to see what other developers and even Nintendo do with it. And I just really, really hope that they take advantage of that sooner rather than later. Like, it's one of those things I'm just kind of... This could still magnificently fail if not enough people kind of get on board with it.
I don't think they actually have that problem at the moment.
At the moment, no. Artificial demand for the win!
Well, the damn thing sold like hotcakes where the Wii U didn't, so...
Yeah. That helps.
I mean, it's funny because it's basically like it just improves on the Wii U, but
sure.
What I think really helps is that the device doesn't look like a toy. Like it looks professional, for lack of a better word.
Sure. Yeah, no, there's a nice design to it, and the screen is like, I've been amazed how often like I'll just take it off and play something. I'm like, man, this looks really nice.
Like Splatoon looks incredible on that screen.
Yeah, and it's sort of amazing to kind of be like, I mean, I'm like, this may also be worth the carpal tunnel this thing gives me from trying to hold it up and support it. Yeah.
My power has grown.
Oh, well, sir. That's the Necromancer.
It sure is.
That's the Lord of the Bone. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. $15. I don't know. People are like, oof, that's expensive, and I'm just like, I don't know. I see what a lot of other games are charging for stuff, and I don't blink eyes as much as I used to at some of this thing.
Right.
But, you know, I say anyone who's still enjoying this game and is looking for a way to spice things up, can't go wrong with a Necromancer.
That's for sure.
Pretty spicy. With that,
Spicy Necromancer.
spicy Necromancer. You know, he's got like 4 peppers next to him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty spicy.
But if you wanted to, like, you could always go talk to the chef and be like, hey, can you make it like 3 peppers? And, like, I got acid reflux, so like I need to take it easy. And you know, they'll try. They can't make any promises, right? But you know. Anyways, that's the Necromancer. We'll be back next week with Locke and Nick checking out Fortnite, which hopefully is hopefully those guys are getting things up and running. All the best to them. Hope you guys are you're able to get that server issues resolved.
A queue to play Fortnite.
You're not getting in, man. That's yeah.
This is 1 minute.
Nope. It's gonna eventually tell you there's a problem.
Jason.
I'm sorry.
Jason, you're gonna sit here and wait.
I'm not.